So we're gonna start with our block right about there, middle of the mat. And we're gonna come to hands and knees. The block is gonna be under the chest. Knees are nice and wide. We're gonna do circles. And let's go the other way. Cat cow. Last time. Exhale. So we're going to roll the toes under. Lift the knees, engage the core, beast. So knees are just off the mat. Hovering. You'll see that my wrists aren't under my shoulders. They're a little bit ahead. That's better on my wrists. Straighten the leg, pushing back to down dog. Give your head a little shake. Just look at me for a second. I'm going to turn my hands in. So my index finger is like pointing towards the block. So from downward dog, I'm going to bend my elbows, bring my head towards the block, and pushing back. Give it a try. I'm letting my hair touch the block, but I'm not putting the weight of my head on the block at all. My legs stay super straight. Stupid straight. Exhale as you push back up. And staying here in downward dog. Change your hands to your regular positioning for downward dog. Push the hips back, chest towards the floor. Arms adjacent to the ears. Nice big stretch. Let's bend one knee and then the other. So we're going to come down to the knees, circles, other way, cat cow. So these are the recovery poses. Pushing my fingertips into the mat, exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. I'm going to sit back on my heels. Give the wrists a little turn. Because all of that is a lot of weight on the wrists, right? Arms are straight and the other way. Nice big stretches for the wrists, full rotation. Interlace the fingers, pushing the arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers behind the back this time, straightening out the arms. And so we're going to do that again. So hands adjacent to the block, fingers turn slightly in, roll the toes under. We're going to start with beast. And straighten the legs, pushing back to down dog. So with this one, my elbows are going out right when I do my push-up. Whenever you're ready, hair to the block. slow and controlled. Yes, my arms are shaking too. 2 more. Good. Hands and knees and circles. Changing the hands to straight ahead. Other way. Cat-cow. Pushing the fingertip pads into the floor. Exhale, release. Last time. Exhale, release. Sitting back and stretching the wrists. And the other way. Trying to keep the arms straight. There's a tendency to bend, but then you're not getting the full benefit of the stretch. Interlace the fingers up to the ceiling. Interlace the fingers behind the back, straighten the arms as much as possible, shoulders away from the ears, give the head a shake, stretching out through the chest. And release the hands, give them a shake. One more time. Toes under, coming into beast. Engage the core. Straighten the legs, push back to down dog. So my head doesn't move, right? It's just my elbows bending and bringing my hair down to the block whenever you're ready. Try to even out left and right sides. And hold it up here. Straighten out the hands. Nice long downward dog. Pushing the hips towards that back wall. Coming to the knees. And circles. If you have 2 blocks, this can help take some pressure off the wrists if you use your blocks. And the other way. Cat-cow. Okay, so we're going to give the shoulders a bit of a break, lying on our back. Oh wait, let's do the wrists again. And the other way. And behind the back. Opening up through the chest as you inhale. And releasing to the back. Taking the block under the hips, under the butt, under the tailbone, rolling the shoulder blades under, and breathe. So it's not under the low back, it's under the tailbone. Bringing the knees up. I'm going to straighten out the right leg. Bring the right heel towards the floor, keeping the leg straight, and switch. Keep the core engaged. So tummy's tight the whole time. If the block doesn't feel good, just do it without the block. So what I'm going to do now is bring the leg, one leg straight up, one leg is out, and switch. Getting that heel to the floor is how I get a stretch in the hip flexor, front of the hip. And back up now, both legs. And we're just going to go side to side a little bit. So we're going to do bicycle movement. Nice and low. See if you can get that heel to touch. Keep your core engaged. Neck is relaxed. Five more each leg. See if you can lengthen the leg as you're doing this. Makes a big difference. Good job. Feet to the floor. Curl the tailbone under. Windshield wiper knees. Lift the hips up. Take out the block. I'm going to bring the block ahead, up in the air. So I'm going to bring the block to the floor and back up. Just look at me if you don't know what I'm talking about. My hips stay up nice and high. Nice and slow. Slowly bring the hips down. Windshield wipers. Bring the block to the overhead. So I'm going to bring my block now between my knees, between my thighs. Bring the hands underneath the hips, just like I do when we're doing leg lifts. Bring the knees up towards the chest. Keep your tail tucked under, just like we do in leg lifts. Bringing my toes to the floor. Exhale, bringing them back. We're not using momentum, we're going slow and with control. Just touching with my big toe. Neck is relaxed. Two more. Feet to the floor, grab the block, bring the block overhead, and hip raise. Staying up. Bringing the block above the chest. Just holding, I don't have to squeeze it, I'm just holding it so it doesn't fly in my face. So pushing out through the heels, let's lift the toes off the floor. Knees are pointed out, same direction as the feet. Squeeze the glutes, bring the hips all the way down, and squeeze up. So as our hips come down, we're going to bring the block to the floor. Exhale, bring everything up. Neck is relaxed. Don't throw any move away. Really squeeze when you bring the hips all the way up. Do an extra little squeeze. Bringing the hips down, block between the knees just like we did the first time. Tucking the hands underneath. Bringing the toes to the floor. Perfect. Keep the core engaged the whole time. Let's slow half speed. That doesn't mean hold your breath. Two more. Feet to the floor. Keep the block between the knees. Release the arms. Interlace the fingers overhead. Wrist, palms to the ceiling. And stretching overhead. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Side to side with the knees. Elbows to the side, curl the tailbone under, bring the knees up. We're going to bring both knees to the right. I still have the block between my knees. Engage the core, slowly back and to the other side. And now, as I'm bringing my knees up, I want to do like a half circle. So it's like I'm bringing my knees to my face. And you are going to roll down your mat, so if that happens too much, you just adjust yourself, just shift back up. I know I'm rolling down the mat. Snaps and pops are okay, as long as there's no pain that accompany it. I'm getting all kinds of snaps and pops. It's like Crispies in here. Okay, so we're going to take the block out now. I'm going to shift back. I'm going to bring the block between my ankles this time. Hands underneath the bum. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Bring the feet to the floor. Exhale, bring it up. Two more. And one for good luck. Take the block. We're done with it for now. Windshield wipers. So we're going to do half banana split. Grabbing the elbows. Bringing your upper torso to the left as far as you can with both shoulders on the floor. Take the right leg, cross it over, no space, and bring the knees to the left. Okay, so we're going to keep the upper torso where it is, uncross the legs, cross the left leg over the right, and then both knees to the right. Turning it into a twist. Back to the middle, uncross the legs, bring the upper body back to the middle of the mat. Shifting over to the right now. Both shoulders on the floor, still have your elbows. Left leg over the right, no space. And bring the knees to the right. Back to the middle, uncross, cross the other one over, knees to the left, twist. Engage the core, bring the knees back to the middle, uncross, bring the torso back to the middle, interlace the fingers, palms to the ceiling, hugging the knees in, grab the side of the foot, the blade of the foot, happy baby. Relax the head, turn the head left to right. You can rock if you like. Hands behind the knees, behind the thighs I should say, and we're going to rock forward and back. Rounding out your back, should feel fun. As long as you have a good mat, it should feel fun. So we're going to try to add a little pause as we come up and before we start again. Try to straighten out the back. And when you get up there, let go of the legs. Little kicky with the feet. Hands behind the legs again, roll. Same thing. Nice and tall. One more. And back. Happy baby. palms of the feet together and relax. Release the feet, turn to the right. We're going to stand up. We're going to end as we usually begin with some sun salutations. It's never a bad time for sun salutations. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale to flat back. Lengthen the spine. Bend one knee and then the other. Walking out to plank. Chaturanga. Baby cobra. And breathe. Roll the toes under, push up, and back to down dog. Looking between the hands, you're going to walk or hop very softly to the front. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale to flat back, lengthening the spine. Hold and plank. Chaturanga. Baby cobra. Roll the toes under, push up, and back to down dog. Looking between the hands, walk or hop forward. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale flat back. Left shoulder check. Right shoulder check. Back to the middle. Bend the knees. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale to flat back. Hold and plank. Chaturanga. Baby cobra. Elbows pinching in at your sides, not out to the sides like this, your side. So pulling the elbows back towards each other. Roll the toes under, push up, and back to down dog. Looking between the hands. Walk or hop forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to lie on our back. So we're just going to get comfortable. Lying in Shavasana, so roll the shoulder blades under, palms to the ceiling. Feeling the blood pumping. We worked hard today. So much more awake, stronger, and more flexible than we were even an hour ago. Turn the head left to right. Bringing your awareness to your feet, squeezing your toes, squeezing the muscles in your feet, your calves, your lower legs, tight, tight, tight into the thighs, squeezing the glutes, squeezing your core like somebody was about to punch you. Engage the core, hands in tight fists, arms tight, tight, tight Arms off the floor, bringing the shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Scrunching the eyes tightly closed. Exhale, release everything down. We're going to do that again. Starting at the feet. Tightening all the muscles in the feet. Lower legs. Upper legs, squeezing the glutes, the entire length of the legs. Squeeze tight as you can without cramping. Core, squeeze. Hands into tight fists, arms tight, arms off the floor, shoulders up to the ears, scrunching the eyes tightly closed. If you don't have any jaw pain, you can clench your teeth, making funny faces. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Release everything into the mat. Relaxing the feet, ankles relax. The calves relax, the knees, the thighs, hips, glutes. Relax the stomach, the ribs, the shoulders, the arms, the fingers, relax, the wrists, elbows, shoulders, neck. Relax the face, smoothing out the forehead, the eyebrows, the socket all around your eye relaxes. You can think of like a warm light everywhere you're sending relaxation, between the nose and the cheeks, left and right, the jaw, ears relax, the scalp relaxes. Slowly bringing the feet to the floor, bending the knees, wagging the knees side to side, rolling onto your left nice and slow. Give yourself a little rock. And rolling forward, using your arms to push yourself up into seated. Namaste.